remake of Far Cry Ranking. I changed my opinions and stuff like that. Sorry it took so long. I completely forgot about it, and every time I try to record it, I get distracted.
The enemy can see you.
But I'm here now. I'm going to try to make these pretty short, especially for some of these spin-off games. So, in last place, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. None of these Far Cry games are bad. I just feel like a lot of this game's about 80s humor, and I wasn't alive during the 80s, so a lot of what's meant to make this game great is lost on me. It's meant to be little things like...
There you go.
Use the weapon
the way he
wheel
holds a shotgun.
to access your other weapons.
You see the way he rests his shotgun in the ammo. Apparently that's a reference to something, but I don't know what. So, all I really get from this game is like a slightly Far Cry version of Halo. I like Halo, but I prefer Far Cry, so I prefer if it's stuck closer to the Far Cry side of stuff.
Leave no enemies
But overall,
functioning.
it's my least favorite Far Cry game, but it's not bad in any way. Now, I'm going to try to get off this soon to record the next episode, but we'll see if that actually happens. Not episode clip. But anyway, next up is Far Cry New Dawn.
I love my family just the same.
So, this is basically just Far Cry 5 Lite. And I really like Far Cry 5, as you'll see later on. So I really like this. There's this whole base building mechanic, and a lot of people don't like it, but personally I like it. And there's this weapon crafting system, which is interesting, and it kind of, you can see it's kind of expanded in Far Cry 6. Which is nice that this kind of became the best thing about Far Cry 6. But I feel like this was just a medium transition from Far Cry 5 to Far Cry 6, so it's very, not quite as good as it, I know. This game is very, very fun, and the story is interesting, actually. So that's a bonus, because some Far Cry games have a bit of a rough story, a rough villain. Don't feel like the villain got enough screen time. That is kind of a trend in Far Cry, that they don't give the villains much screen time. And it's two sisters in this game that I can't remember the names of. But I don't like the silent protagonist. It's also my least favorite thing about Far Cry 5. The graphics look amazing, as you can see here. Okay, I didn't think that would look.
I need some help here.
Get off the bloody ground. But basically, yeah, better than Blood Dragon, not as bad as what's up next. Speaking of what's up next, we have, wait, I completely forgot. The map. We have a small part of the Far Cry 5 map, which, once you've explored it all in Far Cry 5, there's not much new to see, but there is still stuff new to see. This takes place after, so you can see how stuff changed. So, yeah. Anyway, next up is Far Cry Primal. As you can see, a trend, I just generally don't think the spin-off games are as good as the main numbered ones. And they shouldn't be. They're meant to be a little taste of Far Cry up until we get the next big one. So, generally I think this is one of the best looking Far Cry games. And that's saying something, because I think they all look amazing. This is quite gory since it takes place during the Stone Age. but it's not too bad. Also, this is the most in-depth crafting system in Far Cry. So, that's nice. I don't really have much to say about this, because I still think this game is nowhere near as good as my favorite. Great, not my favorite. The map is pretty big. Also, there's these little enemy camps which are cool. Generally, I'm one of those people who doesn't find the Far Cry gameplay repetitive, because I kind of handle it differently in each game. So, that if you're looking for a way to make Far Cry more fun, do that. But anyway, moving swiftly on, we have Far Cry 3. Now don't come after me. I can see you there in the back with the knife. This is probably the best regarded Far Cry game, as far as I know. And I love this game. The main character and the main villain fit amazing, and I just love Vass in general. He's a very interesting villain. He's just bad because he feels like it. So, basically more fun than most other villains. I think that my character's name is Jason. I probably should have checked this before going this bit, but yeah, I think his name's Jason, and it's kind of interesting seeing him, but I guess slowly descent into madness. So, but sometimes he can feel a little blind. This is kind of what set Far Cry is Far Cry. A chaotic driving, shooting, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. It's kind of just become Far Cry at this point, and this is where it really started. The more humorous part of Far Cry was kind of sourced from here, because Far Cry 2 is quite serious. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, that isn't on this list because, well, I couldn't put it on this list because I don't own it. Also, in the comments, let me know. I'm thinking of doing video baits around ranking Lego games, but I'm just curious because I can't record clips for it. So if I were to do it, let me know if you want me to do it and how I should handle it. My idea is just have like a basic game that I start off playing, say Lego Marvel Super Heroes 1 or something like that. And then, just whenever I can't get footage for the actual game, just use that. Or even just get the closest thing, so. For example, okay, I'll do this at the end of the video, but for example, Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2, I don't own that on PlayStation, so I just play Lego Marvel Super Heroes 1. But, anyway, Far Cry 3. Really good game. All the numbered ones are amazing. So moving up, I tried to say moving on next up at the same time. So, next up we have Far Cry 4. This is kind of like the middle child of Far Cry games. You always hear people talking about Far Cry 3, Far Cry 5, you know, but you never really hear Far Cry 4. This is an interesting one of kind of like lesser of two evils. And the villain in this game is interesting again. Not enough screen time, because I'm gonna stop mentioning that because that's kind of just a given with Far Cry. Thinking that people are gonna get enough screen time for their villains. But Kairat, the area this game takes place, is lovely. It's based on the Himalayas. And as you can see, there's like really nice looking mountain scenery and stuff like that. Should get, I guess, gives the game a good tone. Other than just that, the gameplay's Far Cry, so good. I don't know why there's a random machine gun here and why it's called a weapon nest, but I don't like the main character. He just isn't likable to me. Don't know what it is, it's just... yeah, that's all I'm really gonna say. Overall, this is a really good Far Cry game. Not the best Far Cry game, because the best comes later. Anyway, next up we have Far Cry 6. I feel like this is the most revolutionary Far Cry game, which kind of fits with its whole theme of evolution when you think about it. But this took what New Dawn did with crafting systems and things like that and just made it better. Hello, go. Oh Jesus, I forgot this gun did weapon. Did fire. Of course guns do weapon. But this is my favorite map in Far Cry. Let's see, kind of a little spotty where I've fallen in, because this just goes by where you've been. So here I should probably do that. The main villain, Anton Castillo, was underdeveloped, and I don't feel that's just because he didn't get enough screen time. I feel like with the best screen time they did give him, he was mainly just doing speeches and stuff. And he never really interacted with Danny. Also, I know I said that kind of made it sound more like the dude's name on it. It's more like Danny. Because this is Ed Shotgun. But the resolvers are really interesting weapon types. For those of you who don't know, they're like homemade weapons. And whatever the backpacks are called. This one lets me do a boost, it starts a lot of fire. Wait, what? Ah, flip, I let my crocodile on fire. That was a good crocodile. That piece of meat. Good little crocodile. Don't bite me, I said you were a good crocodile. Then this jetpack special is this. Danny is a very interesting character in that there's technically two endings to the game with her, because she doesn't really want to be here and stuff. What the hell? But she evolves a lot throughout the game. I still feel like not as much as like Jason. The gunplay in Far Cry 5 is my favorite because it's kind of like overcome and destroy, because you can, different enemies take different bullet types as a weakness. See here I can change what ammo rounds, so standard rounds, armor piercing bullets, soft target. So it will just say which one's best in infinity rounds. Then there's just a lot of choice. You can switch between single shot, full auto, and burst most of the time. Is that my crocodile? That doesn't look like a crocodile. What did I just kill? This game's got a good bit of difficulty to it, which is nice. Generally, Far Cry is quite hard anyway. But overall, this is a really good Far Cry game.
That croc looks ready to go.
What? Tactical. Why did I kill this person? By now you probably guessed what my favorite is. It is Far Cry 5.
Take care of him, Deputy. That family's a symbol.
I feel like this is kind of just the essence of Far Cry. Like, I loaded it and there's already dudes who want me dead. So I'm gonna run up. Wait, that's a helicopter. Where's the helicopter? That's a fighter jet. And I just pop him in the head. But for the map, bigger version of Far Cry New Dawn. Villain, I feel like second best villain in the series, but he actually got enough development. I feel he had his reason. It wasn't a very good reason, but it was a reason. And again, don't like the mute protagonist, but you can kind of ignore that. I'm not talking about DLCs here, but pretty good DLCs for this game. Night of the Living Dead, or whatever it's called. Basically just good, solid zombie. The Mars DLC is my favorite.
My family's been here since before the town was even founded. Spent a lot of nights drinking with Nick's old man at the Spread Eagle. He's a good kid. Take care of him, Deputy. That family's a symbol of hope for this whole county.
One nice thing is there is some basic customization. Here, there is like a scoped AR, which is kind of almost a sniper. I feel like the story's a bit weird with how it works. Because what you're doing is trying to fill, see that bar on the bottom right? And then you can confront the main villain. Sometimes it can feel a little forced, and you don't have to do any of the major story missions. If you just keep doing side quests, you can beat the whole game without actually getting any of the development for these people. If that's what you want to do, then you go ahead and do that. But it's much more fun when you actually do the story. Tactical then. Anyone else want a piece of bullet? Did I just cancel something because I shot? The location is obviously a little basic. Oh, hello. Because it's just America, but I feel like they did pretty good with what they had. Overall, I feel like this is the best Far Cry game because it does nearly everything the best out of the series. Thanks for watching, and I'll just mention again, Let me know how you'd feel about Lego game ranking list if I didn't have gameplay for all the games. Bye.